Hey, how's it going? It's the legendary saying. Today I would like to talk about something that has affected me on more than one occasion in multiple different circumstances. And that is like depression, third wheeling, which is really not like a bad thing, but being submerged in that type situation kind of just makes you feel even more lonely than what the fuck you are. Um, Loneliness. We also wanted to talk about reaching out, like as far as like relationship wise or friendship wise and whatnot. Um, Definitely something I want to speak on. Definitely some stuff I want to speak on. Um, First topic, depression. Definitely went through a state of depression when a couple times, like when I was in the military. um Things that I was thinking of in my head back home, or just with me being away, just me thinking about what could be happening, what is happening, what isn't happening. That it's like I built so much. I built so much up that I built so much up that when I finally got to a point of where I didn't feel depressed anymore, I had looked back on how I was treating other people, how I was talking to them and whatnot, and it's like I felt kind of shitty. You know what I mean? To be honest, I'm still going through a form of depression. To be all the way a grip with you, because I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm not. I don't have my moments, my down moments. I'm not gonna lie. So definitely, just stuff going on in a nigga's head. Just stuff going on in a nigga's head. But out of anything, I hate the idea of depression. I hate the idea of seeing somebody who might be a vibrant individual, who might be a beautiful soul, and to see them down. Like, it's horrible. It's horrible. You know what I mean? It's like nobody really knows. Nobody really knows like what's going on inside the other person's psyche. Nobody really knows. To be honest, I feel like everybody has some form of depression. I feel like it. Like, I feel like everybody has some form of depression. That's just something that we have. Like the same thing with anxiety. I feel like anxiety is something that is just gonna be there. It's not going anywhere. And the more that what I do like is that the more that is we're advancing in generations, in cultures, in interracial relationships, not just black and white. You know what I mean? As we're starting to advance and stuff, we're starting to learn other cultures and other stuff that we didn't take time to learn, I want to say. And now we're able to find different ways to cope. You know what I mean? Like that one weird guy in the classroom and whatnot that everybody once upon a time might not have wanted to talk to. Look at where he's at now. You know what I mean? Metaphorically, that's what I'm saying. Metaphorically, like, look at where he's at, because now it's like some of the same shit that wasn't cool once upon a time, it is cool. You know what I mean? And it's like, to think like that's a form of depression right there. That's a form of depression right there. If you really think about it, that's a form of depression, to think that something that you're doing that somebody might have been doing in the past and they got bullied for. You know what I mean? Like, look at where our generation is with Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and shit like that. Anime is starting to become like the next topic. That's starting to become like the next talk of the town. So it's like, it's weird how that once upon a time that was something nobody wanted to talk about. Nobody wanted to be in that circle. Nobody wanted to be associated with that type of stuff. And now look, anime is like one of the leading fucking genres, aside from just like soap operas and shit like that. That's one of the leading genres of shows, just hands down. I don't care what anybody can say. Yeah, you might watch football. Yeah, you might watch hockey. You might watch wrestling, but I'm sure you're watching anime as well. So, but but yeah, but it's different forms of depression. So I feel like it's essentially stuff that everybody's going through. With loneliness, loneliness can cause you to go into depression, and that's kind of why I feel like they're entitled. Well, not entitled. They're entwined, because it's like literally. I'll speak from personal experience. Literally, when I moved over to the location where I'm at now, I left from where I was used to being, with my homies, the people I grew up with and whatnot. And not gonna lie, I ran into a lonely state of mind because I wasn't mobile at the time. Uh, they were, so I felt like because of the fact I would do it for them, I felt like, hey, show me that same respect that I would have shown y'all. Like, I'm not mobile, y'all are, but it's like, hey, come kick it with a nigga, come chill with me, come check up on me and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm lonely over here. Like, I don't have nobody who I know over here on this side of town. Well, I knew people over here on this side of town, but I didn't associate with them. So I didn't associate with them, or I don't associate with them. So it's like, it's just it was a complicated situation. Um it was just a complicated situation. But it's here nor there, because something that I kind of tested is that something that I tested is that I rolled up on them. I rolled up on, my old area that I used to be, my old stomping grounds. I rolled over there when both times when I've had a car. You know what I mean? I had a car before I got this car that I have now. Um Both times I've rode through LP, rode through shit, I'm over here telling, rode through my old neighborhood and shit and whatnot. And I'm like, yo, and it's like in the back of my head, that's what I would be thinking. In the back of my head, that's what I would be thinking. Is like, this is bullshit, because it's like, how come when I get mobile, it's not a problem for me to walk over here to y'all. I mean, not walk, but it's not a problem for me to come over here to y'all. But y'all are mobile. I know y'all are mobile. Why y'all ain't come see me? But that stuff that once upon a time, that's how I was feeling. Got over that shit. And it's like, one thing that I feel is funny and it's fucked up at the same time is because when I might say or I might share something that is a meme saying, "Oh, I'm all alone," pretty much metaphorically, it's like, or I'm paraphrasing as well. It's like, I'm all alone, all this, that, and the third, and shit like that. And they'll be like, "What? How the fuck you gonna say that?" It's like, bro, like, for one, I don't have to explain myself. For two, it's like, isn't it apparent? Like, nigga, like, but loneliness is also something that can lead, that's just my little sad, that's my little part story, but loneliness is also something that can lead to depression. So it's like, definitely check on them motherfuckers, man. Are Check on them people that say they're satisfied with being alone. Check on them people. Because those are the people. Those are the people right there that, yeah, they're satisfied. They're okay with being alone, but is that the question? The question is, do they want to be? Do they want to be alone? Because you can be alone with knowing, okay, bet, all of y'all gonna choose option A. Fuck that. I'm gonna choose option D because I don't like option A. I'll stand alone and be alone and proudly be alone because I made that decision on my own. There was no influence. There was nobody. I made that decision. So, but it's different when you're choosing to stand alone and when you're just being alone. You know what I mean? So it's like, check on them motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And then you have those people who knowingly, like myself, I'll be all the way a grip. I know I'm alone. Niggas know they're alone, but they're at peace with it, and they're not at the same time. And people who might try to like show them love or show them affection, they run from it. But that, you know what? That's a here nor there situation. Because as much as somebody could say, well, that's your personal da da da, it's another thing that, I feel like it's not. Like, and really all of these kind of entail, because then third wheeling ends up occurring a lot more if you're alone. Because if you're alone, you will have those friends that'll be like, you don't have to be alone. I can come kick it with you. Then it's like, oh yeah, cool. But then they got their significant other, or they have a best friend that they're closer with than you. Now, with the significant other, understand, if I'm kicking it with my homie, we doing homie shit. We jamming on the game. We listening to music. We jumping in the cipher. We might have an occasional slap box or shadow box. You know what I mean? It's shit like that. When your girl come around, we can't do shit like that. You know what I mean? And it's understandable, because I've been many a times I don't have to put people in the third wheel situations when I've been around my girl. But it's like, I understand what it's like being in a third wheel situation. So it's like, I don't invite people if I know I'm gonna be with my girl. You know what I mean? So I'll be like, yo, I'm about to kick it with my girl. Yo, you can come through, match if you want to, but I'm with my girl. So I would always leave that open as an option. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been in some third wheel situations that are phenomenal, great. I've been in some third wheel situations where I prefer them situations. I prefer to be in them situations than to be in a situation around some other motherfucker who I really don't even know. And yes, this will be a smoking channel. Goddamn. But yeah. I've been in some situations like that, but I've been in some other situations as well. I've been in some situations where third wheeling is like, it's awful to me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go over here. Y'all have y'all little cutesy cuddly time over here. Hit me up, call me when y'all want me to come watch a movie or something. Y'all want me to interact. We interact or play cards or some shit like that. You know what I mean? But I've been in situations like that. I've been in third wheel situations where my female friends will have dudes or significant others, because I have lesbian homegirls. You know what I mean? Strong supporter of the LGBT, or is that? I'm not sure. But doggone, the significant other or the dude would just not like me. And me personally, I don't give a fuck really. But it's like, if that's gonna be my homegirl, then I would want it to be a comfortable situation. You know what I mean? Like, that's my homegirl. That's my homegirl's dude. I want it to be a comfortable situation, because obviously, nigga, like, we know each other. We fuck with each other. And not like that. We just cool like that. So that's you making the situation weird. So I've been in all types of situations. I've been in all types. So it's like third wheeling is something that will make you exclude yourself. But that's just my story. It's gone from depression, well, it's gone from loneliness to depression, or depression to loneliness, third wheeling. It falls in all categories, man. All categories. And it just sucks. Now, what I would like to do is to make I would like to make a safe space for people that are going through, cuz it's like if you're depressed or if you're lonely, last thing you want to be told is that you're depressed or that you're lonely. You don't want to be told that. Out of anything, that's not what you want to hear. I just want to have some way, something I can form that just lets you know it's a safe space, it's a safe zone, it's cool, it's thumbs up, you know what I mean? But I don't know. It's shit that I think about. But let me know. Let me know if this might have helped you. Hopefully it did. If not, my offense, my apologies. But yeah.